What is up, you guys? I'm so excited. I'm Chloe, and then we have Jen and Courtney. We are going to be talking about sponsoring tonight, and it's perfect timing because we all are doing the Bloom Bingo in all of our teams this month. And so we thought this would be a really good opportunity to share with you guys different things that we do when we focus on sharing the opportunity. And really just making it a lifestyle and making it something that we don't have to do. I never feel like I have to sponsor. I want to. So taking it into that kind of mindset tonight is really where we want to go with you guys. We want you to want to share this opportunity and really make it bigger than just earning an incentive or earning annual mentor or earning something or promoting, because I can promise you, and I know, I'm sure Jen and Courtney will talk about this tonight, but if you're just looking to sponsor so you can promote, you'll probably never be paid at title. And I say that very respectfully, but I have never looked at, I'm going to sponsor so I can promote. It's always been, I'm going to bless lives. I'm going to help them like earn shooting star and get certified and all of these things. And the promotion came naturally. I just had to hold the promotion by continuing to do that same activity month after month. Can y'all hear me? Y'all can. Okay. So make sure y'all sound is on your computers. But we're going to go ahead and get started. I don't even know if we did an order. Who wants to get started, Jen or Courtney? Because I do not want to start. Are you frozen? Courtney's frozen. Let's fix you.
Oh, no. Am I still frozen?
No, not really. It's a little sketchy though.
Okay, I'm sorry. Please say something if it gets crazy, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So my name is Courtney, aka Wax Queen Coco, and I am super excited to talk to you guys tonight about sponsoring. So I'm going to be really quick, but first off, who does not love bingo? Like, y'all, it is bingo. Like, it's so fun. I've already started marking stuff off my board. This is a great way to get you motivated. It's something different. I definitely recommend that if you love games, if you love to challenge yourself, recreate this. Chloe has the Canva link. I have the Canva link. We can definitely share it with you guys. You can recreate it every freaking month. Okay. You do not have to do the whole boring, create a list of 100 all the time. Okay. I don't even do that list of 100 to be honest. Okay. But this is so fun. So I thought to myself, sis, we're going to create this every month. We're going to add different challenges every month. We're going to change it up a little bit each month, change the order. So that way it is something fun for me. And I'm constantly motivating myself because I'm a checklist person. I love to cross things off. I love to color things. Like, that makes me feel so freaking like validated. Like, okay, girl, you doing it. So love this idea. So, yes, Chloe, love it. I'm here for it. So I'm recreating that every month. Okay. So not only, I'm going to piggyback a little bit. I'm so glad you said this, Chloe, about mindset, because not only should, you should make sponsoring like a lifestyle, but it should be fun. And once you change your mind about sponsoring, amazing things is going to happen. You should never be thinking like, oh my gosh, I have to sponsor this month. It should be more like, oh my God, I get to sponsor this month and I cannot wait to see how many no's I get. And I cannot wait to see whose life I'm going to change this month. You know what I mean? So whenever you change your mindset and like twist the way you think, amazing things are going to start happening in your business. So just tweak what you think a little bit. Okay. And I promise you. So I'm doing bingo every month. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing it because it's fun. I'm doing it for my business, but most of all, I'm doing it for my future. So we know that when we sponsor, we are creating a bigger business. We're sponsoring wide and deep, and it's going to create that income that we are all seeking, right? So let's talk about a little bit of what I do. And I do things differently than Chloe and Jen, and they're going to share with you how they do things and how they sponsor. So first of all, I party as much as I can. So at least 4 to 6 parties a month. I work, okay, guys, I work. Okay. I have another business that I run. Plus I do Scentsy. Plus I'm married. Plus I have a kid who's doing competitive cheerleading. We're traveling all the time. Like, I am busy. I like to work out. I like to eat healthy, and I want to, and I'm trying to drink water. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a struggle out here in these streets. So I'm busy. So if I can do 4 parties a month, you guys can too. So 4 is where I'm comfortable at. I'm not overwhelmed. I have to have those 4 parties because I need new connections. I need to have people to have conversations with. So if I'm having 4 parties, I'm always going to ask that host to flip her party. So that's already 4 conversations set for the month. Okay. Don't have to even think about those. Next, even if the host does not want to join, I'm posting or asking in my parties if anyone else is interested in joining. Even though no one may respond, I'm still planting those seeds and getting people thinking about the opportunity to join. Okay. So partying is going to really set you up to have these connections. So now I have my dream team list. And I will share this with you guys, okay? A list is so important. No matter if you're doing a list of 100, no matter if you're doing a dream team list, a Frank's list, whatever kind of list you're doing, it is very important because it is professional. It's professional. You're running a business. When you run your business like a business, it's going to pay you and reward you like a business, okay? So you have to have a list. Let me tell you why. Number 1, it is very unprofessional if you are constantly asking the same person to join and they say no. It's unprofessional, and sometimes it's even embarrassing. Okay. Who has asked the same person to join and they've already given you a hard no? Only because you forgot that you asked. I've done it. Okay. So it's unprofessional and it's embarrassing. Okay. Number 2, you have to follow up. Okay. So this list I absolutely love because I have the person's name on here and I have my conversation date with them. And then I have a follow-up date. So if they tell me no, I'm marking them out. They're a hard no. I'm going to color them red. I'm never going to ask them again. Okay. But if they say, oh, not right now, or you know what, I really haven't thought about it before, or let me think about it, or let me talk to my husband, whatever, okay? I'm going to create a date where I'm going to follow up with them. You know how many people you're missing out on whenever you have someone say, oh, I don't know, or oh, not right now, because you don't follow up with them? Have you ever had someone else join under someone else because you didn't follow up with them? That's another thing. Okay. Keep it professional, sis. If they on my list, they are mine. You hear me? Like, I'm following up. I want to know what the tea is. I'm crossing them out. I'm coloring them. I'm marking them. You know what I'm saying? And then they join. Okay. So this is also a great checks and balances for your business. Okay. How many conversations did you have? How many people joined? How many said no? How many are you going to follow up with? Again, it's professional. It's a business. So run it like a business. And I cannot tell you how satisfying it is and how amazing it is when you mark on here in the middle, those little join boxes that they joined. That is validation that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing in your business. There is so much power in a list, so much power. And when you start to write people's names down and really start to think about why they would be amazing at this business and they actually join, you will start to see a pattern that the more people you write down, the more conversations you have, the more yeses you're going to get. You're like, dang, I should have did my list sooner. Yes, you should have. Now, where do I get these people from? This is how I do it. Okay. This is just my tip for you guys. Once somebody orders from me one time, they're going on my party list. Okay. I want to party with them. Okay. And I'm going to, it's the same thing. I'm going to write their name down when I had the conversation with them, if there's going to be a follow-up, if they're never, I don't want to party with you, girl, I hate parties, don't even ask me to ever party with you. And I've had someone tell me that I love the product, but I will never party. She's on my no list. Okay. Same concept with the party list. I will share both with you guys. So they order one time, they're on my party list. Okay. They order 2 times, baby. They are now on my dream team list, because that tells me that they love the product. Some people have never heard of Scentsy before. They're going to order one time to support their friend's party, and that's it. And then some people are going to go back and reorder because they love your customer service. They love the product, and they want to be a part of something great, whether that's your VIP group or whether that's your team. Okay. So second time, they're on here. Now, how do I find these people? Okay. Again, you have to be in your workstation. You have to be going through your order history list. Okay. So I go through my order history list month by month. So we're in April. I'm going to go through March, and I'm going to write down everyone who ordered in March. They're going on my dream team list if it's their second order. Everyone, every last person. I don't care if I don't know them. If I like, they're on my list. Okay. So that way I can start planting seeds with those people and having real conversations and getting to know them. Another thing, and that's it for my dream team list. That's how I do it. I just basically go month by month through my order history list, because people are going to fall through the cracks if you do not write them down. So it's very, very important that you write these people down, whether it's on a dream team list or a party list. So a couple of tips that I have for you if you want to be a consultant that sponsors. Okay. Number 1, be the leader that you want to follow. So be positive. If you are constantly posting political stuff on your page, if you are constantly being negative, if you're constantly having bad days, if you're constantly being mean or a bully to other people, people do not want to be on your team. Okay. Number 2, do not message someone and say, will you join my team? Okay. It is tacky. It is about you when you say join my team. I hate anything that says join my team. A flyer, a brochure, a verbiage, a shirt, anything that says join my team. I'm like, sis, no, I do not want to be on your team, baby. No, okay? I don't. No, thank you. So make it about the person. Have you ever thought about joining Scentsy for the discount? Have you ever thought about joining Scentsy for some extra income? Have you ever thought about joining Scentsy so you can get exclusives and get to know what's coming first and get access to stuff first? Have you ever thought about joining Scentsy for the community? Okay, so change your verbiage. So be positive. Have the correct verbiage, make sure you're following up, write your people down, and party. That's all I got.
So good. This is just such fire, y'all. Coco gets me so excited, and I love it because I feel like me and Jen are more of like just intense, like we just drop things, and Courtney's just like excited, so it feels nicer. So I like that you went first. Jen, do you?
And I like that y'all are intense, because I need that. So I need the opposite of what I am.
It evens out. Jen, do you want to close or do you want to go now?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Take it away, girl.
Okay. All right. So guys, we all are recruiting. We all are in this incentive right now, but we all do it differently. So I'm going to share some tidbits on how I sponsor, and I'm going to give you all my golden nuggets. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to start with is the Frank list. You guys already know I talk about the Frank list, but I know we have a lot of new faces. So I want to go over the Frank list real quick. The Frank list, guys, is basically your dream team list. It's your list of 100. It's just a different way of saying it. And this is mine. I actually have a couple different ones because I continuously add to it, or if I can't find one, I start making another one. But the one thing that I really wanted to zoom in on is the fact that I have a color code system here, and I actually need to update it, but I couldn't find my little tabs. But when I have the join conversation with someone and they say they're going to join, it's going to be green. Those are people who are interested. Maybe they join, and the yellow ones are the people who are interested. Maybe it's not the right time. They're going to think about it. Maybe they don't have the money. So when I have a kit available, those are the people that I'm going to hit up. That way, because let's be honest here, we aren't going to remember everyone. I don't know how many times where I'm going through my messenger messages and I'm looking like, oh crap, I completely forgot about that person. We had that conversation. Or if someone like recently wanted one of my buckets that I did, I was looking and we had previously talked about joining, and she ended up joining, but I completely had forgotten about her because I didn't have her on my list. So you have to make sure that you are constantly updating this, because I promise you, you will forget. The pinks are supposed to be like red. That means no, I just want to buy Scentsy. They are never going to join. I keep them there because eventually, like what we seen, what happened with Chloe, she had her stepmom join after 10 years of asking. It happens. You have people who you've asked for years and they always tell you no. And then finally, maybe the time's right, something's changed in their lives. Maybe they want to do something. So I do not take these red ones off of my list. If I think they have great potential and they just don't know it, it is my job to build that relationship with them and encourage them and make them realize that they can do it. Because that's all that it takes sometimes is just them getting to know you, trust you, and they'll want to join your team because they're going to see how well you are doing. They're going to see you grow, and they're going to start wanting the things that you are doing. They're going to want to start doing those things. So this is what I do. I do the Frank list. I have these uploaded into my boards. If you guys are interested, I really highly recommend you taking the time. You don't have to, like Coco, she said she does not make and take the time to do the list, but I'm older and I forget. If I don't write it down, I will forget. And I need that type of reminder in my face. And then the blue ones, I started doing, these are the people that they didn't want to join. They're not really, wanting to do it, but they'll party. So these are the people that I highlight. So then I know to go back to them later on and maybe hit them up again. So when it comes to sponsoring has become a lifestyle for me. I used to really struggle in this. I know a lot of people struggle in this. It's not easy, but it's something that eventually you start realizing it's a way of life. It's what you're doing every single day. And what I try to do is be intentional. I am consistently building connections and building relationships with people. And it's not just about Scentsy. I get to know them. This business has just given me so much friendship. And whenever they when you show someone that they are more than just a sell, then they will come to you. They will bring you people. They will shop with you. They'll party with you. They'll do all the things. So just keep that in mind, that you have to be active and you have to show up on social media, in person. You have to talk to people and build those relationships, because if I kept my mouth closed, I would not be able to recruit my 2 to 3 people a month. And that's basically where I've gotten my business to, is about 2 to 3. And a lot of times they come to me. I've planted seeds. I've done my job. I've done those things. And then eventually when they're ready, they come to me because they know that I'll take care of them. They trust me. So you got to remember that. Build those connections, be intentional, and they will trust you to join you. Another thing that I do differently, I don't know if the girls do this, but I sponsor from my Scentsy Club, because my Scentsy Club is always dropping. I'll get up to 50, 55 clubbers, and then it drops, just like Dee's on here right now. She used to club with me and she joined. And that's what happens. That's why I have to continuously work on getting people to join the Scentsy Club, because they eventually join. If they trust you enough to club with you, they love Scentsy enough to club with you, they're going to be a consultant one day. And that is how I look at it when it comes to the Scentsy Club. I work to build that club up to about $100. And when their club finally starts pushing about $100 a month, guess what? That is your flag to say, hey, you need to just join and get paid to club. It is silly to not get paid to club, because think about it. If they join this month, then 1 year from now, or by 10 months from now, they're going to be certified already, and you're going to earn annual mentor early. That is how I was able to earn mine, is by flipping my clubbers, and then they got certified. Even if they didn't even get active, that's still $100 that they're getting each and every month, or every time it processes. But they're going to buy other stuff. But you're doing yourself and your customers a disservice to not offer them to club. So that is my, I have a list of people, and I start noticing that they're processing, they're becoming $88, $99. And I'm like, okay, you need to join. This is silly. You're going to have people who refuse. I have some that absolutely refuse to join, that have $100 clubs, and that's okay. You're going to have that, but you need to not continuously, but you need to bring it up nonchalantly. Like, I will drop in a join flyer in their, club mail sometimes, and just to remind them that they can be getting money from their own club. Dream team boxes. Many of you guys have heard me talk about my dream team box. I usually try to send 2 to 3 of these a month. I don't go crazy. These are for people, and I'm going to show you the one I had just made up recently. These are people who are on my radar. These are people who are very good interacting on my VIP page. Maybe I had a party recently. They were interacting really well. I have one going right now. I have 2 ladies who are really involved in the party, and they're just guests that were invited. So they are on my radar. These are the type of people that I want them to see the fun side of Scentsy, that it's more than just selling and making money and wax and warmers. So this is one of my dream team boxes right here. And I have all kinds of fun things in here. I have one of the bracelets, the silicone bracelets from the store. I have a bar of wax. I have some samples for them to try. I have my story in there for them. I have a notepad and just some flyers, some foam soap, all the things to basically make it like, wow, this is so much fun, because really Scentsy is fun. When we get all these prizes in the mail, or we're getting things from the Success Store, or our uplines are sending us goodies in the mail, y'all, this is fun. This is fun, and something not. And every time I have sent a box, they have joined, maybe not right away, but maybe within those couple months. So I like to try to find 2 to 3 people a month to send a box. People who I'm like, really like, you just need to join. Let's see, what else do I got for you? How about when you're running dry on parties and trying to find people to add to your list? Guys, the answer to that is you just have to find more parties. I honestly, this month, I'm not sugarcoating it, I didn't have a party set up at the beginning of the month. This is not like me. I dropped the ball, got myself 2 parties, because it's the month where we're going on our cruise. So I've just been like on cruise mode, and I have not been hustling, bustling, but got myself 2 parties, and that wasn't good enough for me. My PRV right now is not where I wanted it to be. It's not where I'm comfortable. So I have picked up a fundraiser, and I'm getting orders in for that fundraiser. I just started it yesterday, and if you don't know how to get things like that, then you need to just ask Facebook. That's what I do. And I don't know where to turn. I don't know where to get a fundraiser. There's going to be people who know someone. And in this fundraiser, I'm already making a list of people who are placing orders. Like Coco was saying, place an order, put them on the list. They're on our radar. They're on there. I want a party from them. They like Scentsy. They jumped on board. They bought Scentsy already. I'm already going to be asking them to party. So that is how I do it. Don't stop. If you are coming up dry and you've asked your best friend, you've asked your mom, your grandma, whoever, you're asking everyone and they're not partying, you're going to have to go out a little bit deeper. You got to figure out a way to get those parties because they're not going to come to you. I was looking through and I thought, gosh, the last couple months I had really good party months, and I'm like, I don't know who else to ask. So I asked Facebook. I asked Facebook for referrals. I asked Facebook for fundraisers, because you have to continuously meet new people. That is how you're going to continue to grow. If you don't ask, you're not going to grow and you're going to be stuck. So when you're stuck, remember, if it's not what you're doing is not working, you have to pivot and you have to try something new. And that's exactly what I did this month when I was feeling stuck, because I'm very uncomfortable of where my numbers are right now. Just pivot. And that's what I did. I picked up another fundraiser because I am determined to get top 50 on PRV or sponsoring for this leadership trip. I want it. I'm claiming it right now, guys. And you guys should too. You guys aren't counted out on that. You guys can do it too. I think that's all I have, Miss Chloe.
So great. I love it. And I love the Dream Team boxes. I'm totally about to start that tomorrow. Starting that tomorrow. I love it. Because it's also like we're sending out VIP mail anyway. So why not swapping out two of the people you're just going to send your normal like VIP mail because they ordered for the 8th time this year and it's June. Like send them a dream team box. Yeah. Stealing that. Love that. That was gold if y'all missed that.
Yeah. Let them know that, you know what, you've been on my dream team list for months or years. And there's just something about you that radiates Scentsy. And I just think you would be fantastic. You just putting that into their heads that you believe in them that much may persuade them the other way. And that's what I do. Like even my ex sister-in-law, I did that. And she said she's going to join. I was like, there's just a sparkle about you that I think you would be wonderful. So we'll see what happens.
I love that. I love that. That's great. So yeah, I'm going to close it out and I'm going to try and go pretty quick, y'all. That way, if you guys do have any questions at the very end, I'll pull up our Bloomin' Bingo too, so y'all can see it. So if y'all have questions from that, you can ask us. Or if you have questions, I know a couple of y'all did have some and I asked y'all to hold them till the end. We'll answer all your questions. So I kind of broke down sponsoring, like the word sponsor, because that's just who I am as a person. And I wanted to give you guys just simple ways that you can focus in on sponsoring in your business. I have been in Scentsy for 10.5 years. Most of you guys know that. If you didn't know that, now you know. And the one thing I will say about growing your business and the best way to grow your business is sponsoring and leadership. Those are the two ways. And in order to do that, you have to party and you have to meet people. Either or, both, in my opinion. But I've been doing this a really long time and there is no secret. There is no, the secret is effort. The secret is effort, and the secret is being the hardest working one in the room. And so if you are wanting to sponsor, you need to know first and foremost, you have to make a decision that you're going to be the hardest working one in the room. You're going to be all in. You're not going to be, I'm just going to sponsor because it's an incentive, or I'm not just going to sponsor because like I want to earn annual mentor this month, but not next month. It has to be like, okay, what do I want my life to look like? Like literally, like that's immediately with Scentsy. I started looking at, nobody told me this. So I'm going to tell you guys this. Nobody I didn't even know about Sensational Star. I didn't know about any of these things. I literally sat back and I was like, okay, what do I want my life to look like? Because I don't want to be working as a nurse forever on the floor and missing my son's first steps. And I missed all these things with my son. So I started looking at how I want my life to look. So that's the first thing I want to say. What do you want your life to look like? Because that's going to be the ultimate game changer, where you're not going to keep making excuses when you've had 5 conversations this year about joining, but you're telling everybody nobody wants to join. You should have 5 conversations a day if you want to, if you really want to go and get it. You know what I mean? So it will shift your mindset when you make that decision on what you want your life to look like. And I did not want to live paycheck to paycheck. I did not want to not see my husband. I didn't want to not see my son. I wanted to be able to make my own mind up, go and clean out my shed today like I did, clean out my garage, like go and work out when I want to, sponsor my stepmom today, like close brick orders while I'm on the couch with my son who's out of school today. Like I wanted that. So I want y'all to think about if you could close your eyes and have a different life, what it would look like, because that's going to change your work ethic very quickly. And I wanted to start with that because I think it's important that y'all know that when you have, that's you, no training is going to give you that. No mentor is going to give you that. That has to be your decision. And that's going to make you go and get it. You're not going to no longer ask, well, how do I find this information? You're going to go get it. Well, how do I party? You're going to go and get it. You're not going to worry about making samples because you're bringing the bar to work. Like it's irrelevant. Like if you have time to make samples because you're going to go sell the bar. And so I broke it down. So for sponsoring, and I'll post this on my leadership page, and Coco and Jen already have it, so they can share it on their pages. But the first one is sell. So you have to sell. They've talked about that tonight. I'm not going to go super into that, but you've got to sell. The foundation of sales is going to get you really good at hearing no. Nothing gets you good at hearing no like trying to sell something. Before sponsoring, before any of that, you will hear the most no's from somebody not wanting to buy, right? So get really comfortable in that. Figure out how you want to sell. Me, Jen, and Coco have done events. We've done mystery boxes. We do parties. We do individual sales. We do bulk orders. We do all kinds of things. So just sell. P for sponsoring, plant seeds. They talked about this tonight. It's so important that you're not just looking to drop like how many people can join, but you're really planting seeds and you're dropping like hints of, hey, your club is right here, right? Perfect example. My stepmom joined today. She is going to kill it. Y'all will see her at SFR. She is already signing up. She's ready. 10 years, I shared the opportunity with her. It wasn't until this weekend when we were literally doing a refurbishment in my garage. And I said, hey, like you realize, I said, I just sent you club mail last week. I was like, you got the bricks. She's like, yeah, I want all these bricks, order them for me. And I was like, why do you have 3 clubs with me? And she was like, I don't know. And I was like, Lee, it's time. Like, this is crazy. Your commission would be this every month. It would be this every year. And she literally was like, I'm going to do it. And so by me planting the seeds and continuing like to just, when I had the opportunity to plant a little more and to water a little more, finally she was like, okay. So planting seeds is so, so important. Go for the no. Don't be afraid of that. The O in sponsoring, you have to open your mouth. Like literally, if your business is not being said out of your mouth, not on your phone, get off of social media. I'm the one who will say it. Y'all know I love social media. If you don't know, you can go to my stories and see, but that is not how I work my business. I just grow it and elevate it that way. I get my most business by having conversations, voice texting people, calling people, texting them like a bar that made me think of them, talking outside of Scentsy to them, dropping off orders, taking that extra step, opening my mouth to open my business. That is how I have always grown my business. So think that way. Like, is your business really open? What activities are you doing every day to make sure your business is open? What does your customer service looks like? You don't need a Scentsy app to have a customer service follow-up system. You know why? Because I've never used Scentsy's app. So if you're saying right now that you can't follow up because you don't have a Scentsy app, it has nothing to do with Scentsy. You use a notepad, use the note section of your phone, print off your order history, print off your print history, follow up. It's so key. The N in sponsoring, go for no. A lot of people have heard this over the years with Scentsy, but the reason I want you to understand that this is key is because if you're just expecting a yes, you're going to be let down real early on. Like you're going to quit because you're not going to get a yes the first like 8 times. And the people that are like, oh my God, they just joined randomly. That's a unicorn join. That's not normal. I want y'all to know that. That's not normal. And that's also not how you work a business. You run a successful business by going and getting it, going to get your food, going to get it and make it and prepare it. If they come, that's glitter. That's great. We love that. And they're probably coming because they've seen you work in your business. They've seen that consistency, right? And that's good. We love that. But I want you going for no's. I don't care if you have to write it down. I don't care if you have to wear bracelets on one hand. And every time you ask somebody to buy, host, or join, they say no, you move it over to the other hand. Again, think about what you want your life to look like. That's going to make you continue to be determined, right? The S in sponsoring, share your story. Your story needs to be shared from the rooftops, your success, your valleys and how you came up from that, your determination, your grit. The positivity is so important for people to hear, but in a real authentic way. You know what I mean? It has to be you. It has to be authentic. That is your most powerful tool you have as a consultant and as a human being is your story, because that helps people relate, connect. It draws people in. And so I want y'all to understand, if you've not shared your story, like to your customers, if you've not had that moment with them, share those pieces with them, share it on social media. That's something on social media that is worth going live over 100%. The O in sponsor, I'm almost done. I'm not doing the ING, just sponsor. The O in sponsor is lead with the opportunity. So I used to say, I've went back and forth the past 10 years, and I've always went back to what am I waiting for? Every time I'm like, well, what am I really waiting for? You know what I mean? As long as you're not being crazy and you're like, oh, hey, I'm Chloe, you just ordered, you should join. Your order was $50. Like, slow your roll, get to know them. That's called like a relationship, right? So build a relationship with them, but share with them that they could get paid for this. You know what I mean? Use those opportunities, and then you can default to the product. Then you can default to Scentsy Club because they say, oh no, I'm just obsessed. Okay, well, great. You can always get your bar, you can do this, whatever. But if you lead with the opportunity, you could always default down, and you never know. That's what I've done with a lot of people that have joined and people that are currently in club. They're like, not right now. I love that you take care of me. I love all of these things, but you better believe that they're still going to know about the opportunity. They're going to know about these awesome join specials. This is my favorite join special this month, by the way. If you are not shouting from the rooftops about this free shooting star kit, you need to right now. It is so dope. It'll set them up. It's wonderful. And then the R in sponsor, remember to train them. This is key. Your sponsor is not their trainer. Your team page is not their trainer. And the little first things first checklist is not their trainer. You are. So in saying that, you're not their everything. You have your business hours, you have your times, you're not available 24/7. But in my consultant's first 30 days, I am like legit, like we are in this. I will text them sometimes outside of business hours, especially if there's a time difference. I want to make sure that they know about the first things first checklist. Do you have something typed up? If you're a sponsor, get your own vibe for what that looks like. If you want to type up your own thing on Microsoft Word, Coco said, this is a business, dude. I had something typed on Microsoft Word 10 years ago, literally just a little something, because I would forget. So whatever's going to work for you, start acting like the role you want to be in. You don't need to wait till you have 10 people to have your own way. And you can use any of our resources. You could use Jen's board. You could use Coco stuff. You could use my website. It took me 10 years to finally create that website. And so you can use different things from different people, but make it yours. But you need to train them. First things first checklist, they need to know about it. The second thing I focus on when I train them is their launch party date. Tomorrow, I'm literally getting on the phone with my stepmom. That is what we are worried about. That is what we are scheduling, is their launch party. If they're local to me, I help them throw it. If they're not, I'm going to train them to do their own home party. My last 2 people, one of them was all the way in Idaho. She did her home party. She literally got certified from her home party, and she had no idea what she was doing. But I got on the phone with her. We FaceTimed, actually trained her. She went and did it. And then last but not, well, I said number 3 already, but I'm going to say it again. The third thing when you remember to train them is get on the phone with them. Like, you're not going to die. Let them hear your voice off of a voice text. Get on the phone with them. Make sure they've done their checklist. see if they have any questions. Again, this is why for you, a little type up is important. Go in the notes section of your phone, but do something. You need to know what you're doing, dude. You need to know what you're doing. And you don't have to know everything, but know a flow, right? Talk to them about shooting star, talk to them about certified. Those are the two most important things I focus on in the first 30 days. Do they know that they're going to get paid 25% if they end at 1,000 before that first month on everything they sold, or do they not? You know what I mean? Like, do they know how to navigate these things? And so anyways, that's all I got. Do y'all have any questions for any of us? I'm going to pull up two really quickly. Whoever wants to take Michelle's question, Jen or Coco. So I won't share the bingo yet. You can answer that question.
So, I mean, anybody else can put their 2 cents in too. When it comes to a disability, there's not really anything you can do about it because they have to make under a certain amount, and that certain amount comes pretty quickly if you're working your business hard. So when someone mentions that they have a disability, they get their check, they can't make more than a certain amount a month, I usually don't press it because I actually had someone, she was all in it 100%. She was going to join last month and she didn't because she was worried about losing it. And we can't interfere with that. So I personally back off and just treat them as a really awesome customer. I don't know if you guys have anything else to add to that.
No, I mean, I would do the same thing. I would just like literally spoil the mess out of them. Tell them about your referral program. If they refer anybody to you, you can always do those behind the scenes, like depending on what they refer to you, you could send a free bar. Again, this is a personal special, but like I would just take excellent care of them and make sure that they know about all the LTOs and, you know, their clubbing and they're getting just excellent customer service. So they're not discouraged, you know,
Let them always have a shopping link open. So that way they're always earning freebies. So let them buy from themselves and have their own link. It's always there ready for them. They can share with their friends. That's what I do with one of my people.
Yeah, that too. That's really good. That's awesome. Any other questions, you guys? I know we are very quick tonight. We weren't, but also like, this is a really important topic, y'all. It's important. This is how you really grow. This is how you get unstuck right here. This is the hardest thing to ask is joining. Literally. It's the hardest for me, harder than leadership, harder than any of it, because like Jen said, like, you know, Jen, I've been doing this 10.5 years and you run out of people. Like you run out and you can't think like, man, here we go again. It has to be like, okay, how can I make this fun? Like, how can I pivot? Not just like in how I do it, but to make it fun. You know what I mean? So y'all also have to think like that, like what is hard work is hard work, but it needs to be something that is fun for you and it's going to keep you in the game. And it looks like nobody has questions. I'm going to pull this up real quick, y'all, and let us know if y'all have any questions about this. So this is our, I don't know why this is doing this. Okay. This is our little bingo we made. Y'all can see these are not easy. Okay. We did this very intentionally because we wanted this to be stuff that would challenge you guys. All right. So you can go any of the ways to get a bingo, and we've all posted on our pages, you know, but to get entered into the drawing, you have to fill the whole sheet. And we did that because nothing's going to change if nothing changes. If you just have 3 conversations, 6, 9, or 12, not much is going to change. Right. And so that is why it's really, really important that we, you know, really stress to you guys that booking the party, sharing your story, you know what I mean? Passing out join info. This is going to create a lot of new habits and some rusty habits some of us may have. I know for me personally, I've not been like passing out join info to like people out there. You know what I'm saying? Like in these streets, like I've just been like, you know, sharing it. And so for me too, this is going to challenge me. I'm doing the challenge with you, just like Courtney and Jen are. And so this is going to be something that's honestly above anything else you're hearing tonight. Doing this bingo for yourself, this is going to grow you guys the absolute most this month, aside from anything you heard from us, because you know why? These are actions. These are all things that you do. I'm not doing it. You know, Jen's not doing it. Courtney's not doing it. You are doing it. And so hopefully it's going to challenge y'all. I shared the link above on here. So I'll stop that share. Is there any other questions? Any other questions? Danny, I got you with the fundraising. I'll get it from Jen. I'll get it from Jen's board. You have no idea what a board is. I got you, girl. I'll send it to you.
And my fundraiser I'm doing is very simple. I'm just doing an online and just donating 100% of whatever they earn. So there's different types of ways you could do fundraisers. All the information there is on boards, but my favorite way, because it's less work on me, is I do an online party. You can give pamphlets and send books and things like that. But if they have $1,000 in sales, then they'll get 20% of that, or 25%.
That's how I've always done it, y'all. By the way, anytime I've done a fundraiser, again, you could do Scent Circle, this, that. I always do 25% of the total of like the PRV, like whatever the commission is what I donate at the end. Literally.
Yes.
I do the same thing. And it's always been like so dope because it's just easier and they can get whatever they want. So I'm the same way. Yep. And then they get it after the 10th when we get paid. Like they wait until boom.
Yes.
That's how it goes. Okay.
Yep.
All right, y'all. I'm going to stop the recording.